A lot of you have been asking for my gift giving recommendations for fragrance for this holiday season, and I aim to oblige. Now, fragrance isn't really a one size fits all present, although you can just gloop it on over every shape and size and gender and beast and whatever's out there. But no, really, don't put perfume on your dog. Not a good idea. But you can do a little sleuth work and find out what kind of perfume or fragrance or cologne the person already wears and match up with that, something in that same genre. Or maybe the person's real fussy, like me, and will tell you exactly what they want. Portrait of a Lady by Dominique Robillon for Frederic Malle. Thanks! How did you know? I love it! But in case you just want to surprise them, here are a bunch of gorgeous, beautiful fragrances that fit the following categories. For your mom, I recommend Prada L'Eau Ambrée. Prada L'Eau Ambrée is a beautiful sheer oriental. Now, orientals are usually quite rich and heavy. They involve a lot of amber and vanilla and resins like incense, just very rich and thick. I think of them as Queen of Sheba fragrances. But Prada L'Eau Ambrée is not like that. It's actually, it does involve the Sheba smells, like there's a little bit of incense in there, there's a little bit of amber, along with May, rose, and jasmine. But the whole thing is, it's almost like chiffon. It's like wearing a chiffon scarf instead of a wool blanket. It's elegant, it's sophisticated, and it's so pretty. And unlike many orientals, which I consider nighttime fragrances, I think of L'Eau Ambrée as a daytime fragrance, and it can make that move into nighttime, but it's actually very versatile. Now, I wanted to give you an option, just in case you don't have the big bucks to throw around, you've got a family, you've got a lot of friends, you want to treat everybody. So just to kind of give you a budget option for mom, I think that the rollerball version of Stella McCartney Stella is a great idea. It's a very beautiful, sensual fragrance that kind of hits some of the same notes as Prada L'Eau Ambrée in that it's a transparent oriental. And in this case, Stella McCartney Stella is a woody rose, kind of more wood than rose, but that's a way that you can go if you don't have a lot of money to throw around. My recommendation for Dad is Guerlain Vetiver. Guerlain Vetiver is the classic vetiver fragrance. It's fresh, it's clean, it's spicy, it's a little bit smoky, all at the same time. Now, vetiver can sometimes be a little earthy and a little dirty and a little gritty, and Guerlain Vetiver is not like that. It's very refreshing, it's very crisp, and it has a very beguiling leather bite to it, and the leather just softens out as you wear it into just a subtle soapiness. So it just feels clean and it's just invigorating. It's a great fragrance. You can't go wrong with Guerlain Vetiver. Another great option for Dad is Bulgari Black. Now, Bulgari Black's one of my favorites. I kind of try to work this one in whenever I can, whenever I'm justified, even vaguely. It's such a beautiful and unusual fragrance. It's unusual, but it's still accessible. And really, just the quickest way to describe it is to say it's smoky vanilla rubber. Smoky vanilla rubber sounds like it's a little weird, but it actually is so comforting on the skin and really a little hubba hubba. Put it this way, Mom will like smelling it on him. Oh, la 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 la, I don't want to know about what Mom and Dad are doing. No, really, she's really gonna like it on him. My pick for your girlfriend or your wife is Narciso Rodriguez for her Eau de Parfum. For her Eau de Parfum is so entrancing. I love this fragrance. Now you gotta be sure that you get the one that's in the pale pink bottle, and that is the Eau de Parfum, and not the one in the black bottle, which is the Eau de Toilette. I have reviewed the Eau de Toilette before, and it's nice, but it's different. It's not, look at my face. It's not as nice as the eau de parfum. It's a little sharper, it's a little more gourmand, but the eau de parfum is where it's happening. That is where it is at. It is beautiful, soft musk, just very soft, very kittenish, and sweet white florals. Not bakery sweet, but just like you're walking in a spring garden and your nose is filled with delight and glory. There's orange blossom in there, and there's also osmanthus, which are small, sweet flowers. It's actually from a flower related to the olive family. But osmanthus is notable for having a very distinct peachy slash apricot-y overtone to it. So you get these beautiful, almost fruity florals with this soft musk, and the whole effect is so sensual and so feminine, but not in a dragon lady, like, got my red lacquered claws, I'm gonna shred you to pieces. No, it's a little more effective than that, like a little less obvious and a little more lethal because of it. I think that Narciso Rodriguez, for her eau de parfum, is so beautiful, and it's really one of my latest rediscoveries. I think I might have to make sure there's a bottle in my future. If you are looking for something along this lines, but you want to cut costs a little bit, I can recommend something. It's not exactly a dupe, but it is certainly in the same genre, and that is Egyptian Goddess by Auric Blends. It's a very lovely, slightly fruity musk, very soft, very clean, and very popular for a good reason. For your boyfriend or your husband, my pick is Hermès Terre d'Hermès Parfum. Now I'm talking about the Terre d'Hermès Parfum and not the Eau de Toilette, which is already one of the best masculines out there. But I feel that the Parfum is even more special. It's woodsy and mossy, but it starts off quite fresh and orangey. And there's also shiso in there, which is the leaf that's used in sushi and sashimi. And shiso has kind of an odd quality. It's somewhere between being very leafy, fresh leafy, and minty without being toothpastey minty. So in other words, it's quite fresh, it's quite green. And then the parfum opens up into geranium leaf, and there's vetiver in there, and just this gorgeous woodsy, peppery dried down, not as peppery as the Eau de Toilette. I find it warmer in the parfum. And I feel that Terre d'Hermès is, the parfum is really just the best that Mother Nature has to offer. You know, it's florals and there's a slight fruitiness and rocks and earth, and, you know, it's just got everything in there that, you know, makes life worth living, except for lambs and kittens. And you don't want your man to smell like lambs and kittens. That wouldn't be right. Just stick with Terre d'Hermès Parfum. Another option is, this is something that's in the woodsy category, but it's a little sweeter, and it's by Fresh, and it's called Cannabis Santal. It's available in a very affordable 1 ounce size, and it's kind of like a lighter version. It's a gourmand. It's a little bit lighter than Terry Mugler Angel for Men. So, you know, you can expect to smell there's patchouli in there, chocolate and plums. It's very rich. So that's another option too. My recommendation for a teenage guy is Hana Imori HM. Hana Imori HM is kind of defies nature in a way, because it's a really crazy blend of things that you don't think should realistically go together and work. But it does work, and it's really well calibrated and really smooth. It's a blend of freshness, and it's fruity, and there's definitely florals in there, and there's a little barber shoppy aromatic element with lavender, and there's cedar wood in there, and there's chocolate in there, and there's vanilla, and it almost sounds like it's just filled with leftovers from the perfume factory, but it really works on the skin. I don't know, the geniuses at Hana Imori headquarters or HMHQ, they're earning their pay. But I think that this is a great fragrance for a teenage guy. It's playful. It smells good. I think that girls would like it and go, you smell good. It's not too, it doesn't like singe your nose hairs and make your eyes water. It's very pleasing, and it kind of covers all those bases. Fourth base, no, not that base. And it's very pleasing. I think that it's a good buy. And I would suggest that maybe if you are interested in that, in getting this fragrance for somebody, that you get the Eau de Toilette and not the Eau de Parfum. It comes in 2 different concentrations, and I think that the sheerer Eau de Toilette is really the way to go with this one, because there's a lot of stuff in there and you don't want to over egg the pudding, as they say. Another option is, this is a really great drugstore fragrance. It's by Jovan, and it's called White Musk. It's inexpensive, but that doesn't mean it doesn't smell good, because it does smell good. It's very simple. It's a masculine musk, and it's clean and just a little bit fruity. You know, it's not just entirely sudsy. So just to give you options. For a teenage girl, I love Juliet Has a Gun Miss Charming Purse Bullet. Now, not only is Miss Charming a gorgeous, enchanting fragrance, it's just so come closer, but it comes in a refillable silver bullet, as if teenage girls weren't dangerous enough. This thing is just such a girly, happy fragrance. It's a soft, light, vibrant rose, and then a zesty red berry fruit just kind of whipped in there, and then just a little ribbon of musk to tie the whole package up. And it comes in a bullet. Did I mention that? It's cool. Another option is Kat Von D Sinner, which is a smoky, just a slightly smoky caramel rose patchouli. And I really think, oh, you know, the Sinner, Kat Von D Sinner does come in a roller ball, which does make things more affordable. And I did just want to mention, though, that there's definitely a resemblance to another Juliet Has a Gun fragrance, Lady Vengeance, which also comes in the purse bullet. So there you have it. Those are all of my fragrant recommendations for this holiday season. For more information on anything that I just talked about and everything I just talked about, you can go to my blog, katiepuckricksmells.com, and you can also just click on the link that's below the video. I would love to hear what you're hoping to receive in a very nicely wrapped box in terms of fragrance this holiday season. So let me know in the comments what you're hoping to get, what you've been thinking about, what you've been just lemming for, hankering for, and also any present ideas, something that you think might be nice for your parents or for your sister, your brother, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your best friend, anything like that. Because I just think that if we all kind of just chime in with stuff that we've been thinking about in terms of ideal fragrance presents, we could provide quite a good little resource for other people who haven't quite figured out their shopping list yet. So let me know what you're thinking about in terms of what you want to get and what you want to give. I want to wish you all much joy during this holiday season, and I want to tell you that you have already all given me just the best gift possible, which is you're watching, you're here, you're sharing your obsession with fragrance, and I love it. We can all be freaks together. It's wonderful. I'm Katie Puckrick, and I really smell.
Trisha